Hey, welcome in everyone to episode number 8 of the Booth Talk podcast with Connor Larson and Trevor Tanner. We're thankful and appreciate you guys tuning in to this episode, and today is going to be a good one. We are recapping NFL Wild Card Weekend. Dude, what a weekend of football that this was! Just an absolute, just some great games. A couple stinkers, a couple snooze fest games, some results that one member of this pod is not happy with, but overall, great football, great wild card weekend, and also Mike Tomlin got let go. He's done. He's not a part of the Steelers anymore. He's done coaching them. We'll talk about that. Uh, a lot to get into on this episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram as well at booth_talk_. Link in the description. And yeah, Trev, how you doing, bro? How was wild card weekend for you, man?
Uh, Dude, it was great until Sunday night. I was doing
I'm sure.
fantastic. I mean, we had four phenomenal games, four one-score games. Like it was great. It was amazing. That whole weekend, we had college football, and then
Yeah.
we had NFL. Everything was looking good. I was riding a high, and then Chargers got to blow it. But we'll get into
Yeah.
that a little later. You hear my rant. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's jump into it.
Yeah. I'm excited to get to that point because I can't wait to hear everything that's about to come out of your mouth. Um,
I'll do my best to censor it.
yeah, I'm not gonna go through and beep everything. So whatever you say, be careful with it. But yeah, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. Check out this will come out. This comes out on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we're gonna have an interview with another uh, member of Palomar men's basketball. This one's with Benji Nudo. Absolute great interview that me and Trev just did. So make sure you
Phenomenal.
stay tuned for that one coming out as well this week. But yeah, man, wild card weekend has came and it has passed, and it started out with a bang. It really did. Out there in Carolina, where the Rams pick up a 3-point win, 34-31, and the Panthers fought in this game. They really made it close. They had the go ahead touchdown in that fourth quarter, and then the Rams, I think they showed off their playoff experience on that final drive, scoring the touchdown and winning the game. Uh, Man, what a game this was. Tell me about it from your perspective.
Dude, I mean, the first quarter and a half, it looked like Rams were gonna just put BTA on
Yeah.
Carolina. Like, I was like, this is not a good way to start it out. Like, this is gonna be a beatdown, flat out. And then
Yeah.
like they started coming back a little bit, but it was like, how long can they sustain this for? And how long are the Rams gonna let them hang into this thing? And then it's like all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Carolina's winning. Like, are they gonna
Yeah.
pull this off? Like Bryce Young, started completed passes. Like the offense really started rolling. But like, dude, the X factor is Puka Nakua, man.
Puka.
Like that
Yeah.
dude is arguably the best wide receiver in the league. Like he's a
Oh,
dog.
yeah. He's the best receiver in football.
Like, dude, this offense lives through him. Like, you need a big play, you find Puka. You need to go score, you find Puka.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane the run he's going on. And like I love to see it. I hope it continues. Like God willing, he doesn't get injured because like that's just bad for the game. Like we've seen it with Jefferson and Chase and all that,
Yeah.
and neighbors. But dude, this was a great game. Carolina fought. Like they fought, man. Um, I think the spread was like what 10.5. Like nobody thought this game would be
Yeah.
this close. But hey, shout out Carolina. Future's looking strong. I think Panthers fans are happy with the result. Like they made it to the playoffs. They won their division, kind of a cupcake division, but still they made it and they showed that they could hang.
Yeah,
So
they did. I mean, yeah, we saw earlier in the year the Panthers, I think it was a 3-point victory as well, uh,
hmm
in that game with the Panthers winning it in the regular season at home. Um, Dude, there are some dogs for Carolina. How about Jalen Coker with a 130-yard game with a touchdown receiving for the Panthers? Played better than Ted McMillan, their 1,000-yard rookie this year, who's their wide receiver one. Coker was crazy. Dude, player of the game, besides like Puka or Stafford, is the Panthers corner Mike Jackson. Dude, this dude during the game was going crazy. He had 4 pass deflections. He had a pick on Stafford. This dude was locking up these Rams receivers. he's on the other side of J.C. Horn, one of the top corners in football, and he was putting up a fight as well. Um, but dude, like you said, Puka, he had 2 touchdowns in what, like the first quarter or the first half.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
this is over. I thought it was over, and then Carolina, they showed fight and they made the Rams, you know, pretty scared, honestly. I think for a little bit, and watching it, I was like, dude, the Rams might lose this game because the Panthers are playing great and the Rams weren't clicking, but then their playoff experience showed on that final drive.
Yeah, I mean, it really just came down to like coaching at the end of the day. Like Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in the NFL. He might be the best coach
Yeah,
actively right now. Like he's a young coach in terms of age, but like he has the experience. He has a Super Bowl under his belt already, and like I think that really kind of pushed them over the edge in this game where they were able to pull that off. Now they can't play like this next week. And
no,
if they make it past that, they can't like they're not gonna be able to play 2.5 quarters of good football. Like they gotta play
yeah,
four. You know, if they do this against the Niners or the Seahawks or the Bears, whoever they might end up playing in the future, like that could be a game where they don't end up pulling it off.
yeah,
But they're probably if they can play their style of football, I don't see why they don't win it. Like it should be theirs. Gift wrap
yeah,
for them.
yeah. I mean, I think they're one of the top 3 teams that I would pick right now to win a Super Bowl, and it's because what they did during the regular season, how they, I mean, they're one of the teams left in the playoffs, and their talent it's so. This is the most talented Rams team that they've had in a couple of years, like since that Super Bowl run. This team is talented, and I mean, the last couple of weeks, after that Seattle game on Thursday night where they lost, then they look shaky against the Cardinals week 18. They win by 3 points against the Panthers in a playoff game they were favored to destroy and blow them out. Um, and yeah, I mean, they're going to Chicago next week, and we'll do our preview and our prediction uh, a little bit later this week. But like, that's going to be a tough game in Chicago in the cold weather, where the Rams aren't good historically, statistically in cold weather. How are they going to elevate themselves and play consistent football?
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle of the coaches, man. Like Ben
Yeah,
Johnson, it's his first year as a head coach, but like he proved it, which we'll get to, I think, the next game. But
yeah,
well, like he proved like he's one of the top coaches in this league. He's my candidate for coach of the year. Like that's who I
hmm,
would pick. You
yeah,
know, like if I was a player, like I'd want to go play for him. Like this team could have bowed down, they didn't. So like, dude, the Bears could be sneaky, man. They could
hmm.
be sneaky. Are the Rams gonna be able to pull it off? I don't know. Are they more talented? Sure,
I mean,
but
they got the MVP. Like they got to be able to. If you have
yeah,
the MVP, you have to be able to go to your championship game at the very least. Like if your team has the MVP, you're supposed to be in that position.
yes, 100%. And
Yeah.
they have the talent at every like on both sides of the ball. Like there's
Yeah,
really
at
no
each
weak
level.
spots in this
Yeah.
team. Yes, it's like you just look around. It's like star player, star like Pro Bowler, All Pro. You know, a guy that could probably be up there. Like
Mhm.
they don't really have any weak spots on this team, which is
No.
great for them.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, despite the struggles and despite the ways they looked at times, the Rams, they did find their groove at the end of the game. They looked really good to end it, and we both believe, obviously, that they're a team that can win a Super Bowl with the talent that they have. They come away with the win in Carolina, and they move on to the divisional round, and they're gonna play the team that we're gonna talk about right now, the Chicago Bears. Pull off the craziest comeback we have seen in a while, an 18-point deficit to beat the rivals, the historic rivalry of the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, a 31-27 win at home. This was such a great game.
Dude, this is another one. That first half, you're like, oh, this game's over.
Yeah,
Like this game
yeah,
is over, which kind of starts to make you think, like, is it a little scripted? Like you'll see it in tomorrow's interview. Noodle had some thoughts. He says a
yeah,
little
he did.
Hollywood,
Yeah,
which it's kind of hard to argue. Honestly, it's kind of hard to argue. Um, That's why the Chargers don't win. They just don't want us. I get it. We're in LA, whatever. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But dude, the Bears, they battled. They're battle tested, man. Like I think that was their seventh fourth quarter comeback this
Yeah, I
season.
believe so.
Like that's just pure grit. Like that's determination. That's like you got that dog in you, man. Like those are the teams that are not gonna quit until the very last second. And against a division rival, a team that has historically owned you, especially the past 15, 20 years,
Yeah,
like it's been Green Bay. Um, Ben Johnson, man, I love that guy. I don't know if you
yeah.
saw him in the locker room after. He was like,
F them guys.
"Yeah,
Yeah,
F the Packers, F them." Like that's the coach I want to be. Like
yeah,
everyone's like, "Oh, like you can't be too emotional." You should be emotional to an extent,
yeah,
And I think he does it perfectly. In game, he has a passion, but he stays calm. The second that game is over, it lets out, and you see it. Like he loves this game. He loves this team. This team wants to fight for him. That's why they're winning. Like if you don't truly believe in your coach, like you're not. You know,
yeah.
you're not gonna go out there and win these games. I saw something on Instagram, and it was like Jordan Love and Caleb Williams stat line, and it was like, who do you think won this game?
Yeah,
Because Jordan
yeah.
Love played great,
He played
over 300
the best.
yards.
He was the best
Like
player in that game.
yeah, 4 touchdowns. I mean, he was lighting them up. That first half, it was just like
Yeah,
long. There were long drives, sustained drives, and they were just eating away. And I was like, dude, Bears might be a little overrated, man. Like they're not built for this yet.
yeah.
And then the second half, it's like, dude, what in the world? Like, what is going on right now?
Dude, there's so much from this game. Like, just I mean, okay, it's 21-3 at the half, and with the Packers leading, and I was on the same page, man. I was like, this game's over. Like, they just were dominating the Bears on every single facet. Like, the Packers would just roll down the field and they scored touchdowns to start the game. They were just scoring, and uh, the Bears couldn't do anything on offense. And dude, yeah. I was listening to someone this morning and they were like, if I was to list out the bullet points of this game, to just tell you what happened. Chicago, no defensive turnover they didn't get no defensive turnover, or Caleb Williams throws two interceptions. Like, who do you think won this game? It's the Packers. But then they blow that lead. They blow a 21-3 lead to their division rivals, to a Bears team that has been crazy good in the fourth quarter this year. Uh, Colston Loveland has turned into a tight end who is just he's their number one go-to option. On fourth down, they're throwing to Colston Loveland over Adunze, over DJ Moore, over anybody. It's going to Loveland. He had a great game, 137 yards on 8 catches, like tremendous game from him as well. But then this also brings up a question for the Packers of like, dude, you can't blow this lead in the playoffs to your division rival. And we've seen it with Matt LaFleur now, not being able to um, get far into the playoffs. I know he made it to some championship games, but you look recently, like his playoff exits and stuff, like this is a guy you can win with.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a hot topic. I don't think it's gonna happen. They're talking about extending him. Honestly, I feel like it's time to cut ties.
Hmm.
I mean, in my opinion, it's like, yeah, we get to the playoffs, but we don't do anything after that. And you just blew a huge lead.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with these teams. It's like, especially in the playoffs, I feel like people get so scared and they're playing not to lose instead of
Hmm.
playing to win. Like instead of saying, "Hey, let's keep this lead," it's more like, "Hey, let's make sure they don't get back into this." And then that's when you lose. You play conservative. You're not taking these shots down the field. You're not. I mean, I'm not saying be reckless. You
Yeah.
don't throw
Yeah.
it 40 yards down the field, but that's one of the good things about being down. It's like, hey, we gotta take these shots. We gotta, maybe go for a ball that, hey, if I don't get to it, he might break down the field, but I can't let him get yardage here. Like we gotta get a stop.
Hmm.
That's what the Bears had. That's what I think Matt LaFleur lacks is that competitiveness and that wanting to win, which is my favorite thing as a coach. You gotta hate losing. I don't feel like he
Yeah.
hates losing. He wants to win, sure. Who doesn't want to win? But we lost, whatever. and he's like crying about Ben Johnson not shaking his hand properly. That's what you're worried about right now? You guys just blew a lead to your division rival in the playoffs, and you're worried about him not looking you in the eye and giving you a, hey,
Yeah.
good job this season, buddy. Nah, we just whooped y'all, bro. Go home. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I read obviously we kind of know now that like they're likely bringing him back. They're trying to extend him. Why don't and I heard this from someone else too, like why don't they just let him run the contract year? Just a 1 year. He has 1 year remaining. Just let him ride out that year. Like a just like you would with a player who's going to be a free agent in the offseason. You just let him play on
Hmm.
a 1 year deal. Just let him coach on a 1 year deal. If then you have that decision, okay, we're not going to bring you back or yeah, we will bring you back based off the success we had this year. Um, I'm with you. I mean, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen already this offseason at that head coaching position with Harbaugh, with Tomlin, with Stefanski. A lot of these guys have been fired. It's like, dang, like these are good coaches. Could the Packers be that team to make a move? It doesn't seem like they will. Um, and then I wanted to mention too, because you said something about, Ben Johnson. And dude, you're right. You're so right. A team has to love their coach and be willing to do anything for that guy to stick a 21-3 score in the playoffs when you could just totally give up at that point in that game and guys could just stop believing. They could be upset at the coach, like a billion different things, but they love that guy so much and they're so bought into that system, into what he says and that culture that they threw it all out there in that second half and won that game.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what the Eagles are lacking. Like you can tell they don't like the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I kind of get the feeling they don't really care for Nick Sirianni. I wouldn't say they don't like him, but maybe they're
Mhm.
kind of like, is this the guy? Because
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
look at AJ Brown, like you're getting in a fight with your head coach on the sideline. Are we for in a playoff game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care of that in the locker room. Take care of that in practice. Handle that. Like, man, don't do it on a national stage.
Mm-mm.
Like, you didn't see Caleb Williams or these star guys for the Bears go and run at Ben Johnson and what the hell are we doing? What's going on? Like, they stayed calm, cool, and collected. They wanted to fight for their coach. They wanted to win, and they pulled it off.
Yeah. And what a game, honestly, for Caleb Williams. Like, okay, he was not good at certain points. He had a red zone interception, threw 2 picks in the game, but the throws he made at the end of this game and the way he played in that fourth quarter to give them the lead and to, eventually go on to win that game was impressive. His throw to DJ Moore, wide open on the money. His rollout to the left being chased by like 2 defenders behind him and then throws it down the field to Colston Loveland. Like Caleb was showing off the skill set that he has. And I mean, we've seen it throughout the year on fourth quarter drives for him where he's leading the team down the field to win games. I mean, this is a pretty big statement for him in his first playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone was already like starting to write him off after last
Yeah.
year, and then like even the beginning of this year, they started or sorry, 0-2, and I was like, he's not the guy. Start looking at the draft, like they were talking about that in September.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we serious right now? This is his what, 18th, 19th game?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let him develop a little bit with
Let
a
him
brand new
play,
head
dude.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they go and they win all these games and they have a great season. I don't think really anybody probably thought that except for maybe Bears fans. And
Mm-hmm.
everyone would have said, well, you're delusional, as a fan should be. Okay. All right. I'm not dumb. I'm just delusional. All right. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Okay. There's a difference. It's called passion. But yeah, man. I mean, Caleb Williams, he's that guy. Like,
Yeah,
dog.
he is. He is a baller. I mean, only guys with that, winning trait, those winning skills go in there and win that game in the playoffs. So Bears move on. Excuse me. Bears move on. They actually play the Packers next week, or sorry, the Rams next week uh, at home in the divisional round. That will be an exciting one. And moving on to another 1-score victory. And this time it was Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills going down to Duval and stealing it from the Jags, a team that I had thought, if you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen we posted our playoff bracket preview. By the way, they're busted for both of us. No ball knowledge clearly on this show between the both of us.
Okay, timeout. Timeout. I went 5-1. I
You went
went
five
five
and
and one.
one.
The only game I lost was my team, so
Wow, damn.
I'll take that.
I guess I got no ball knowledge, bruh.
I'll take that, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back a little bit here. I think I low-key kind of called this game perfectly. I hope I really said it on pod and didn't just think it, but I said, "Hey, Trevor Lawrence, he might have a couple turnovers. He had 2 picks."
He did.
I also said it's gonna be a game-winning drive. I really hope I said that, and I'm gonna clip it.
I feel like you did. We'll have to
I
go
think I
back and see.
did. Last the last minute of the game, Bills go in the game winning, and then like I see the Jacks come out. I'm like, oh, dude, please let me be right. Like, it's gonna be so great.
I
Like,
mean,
there's
it
a,
would have been a game-winning drive, just not for the Bills.
yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, I picked Buffalo, so I wanted to say that way. But like, how
Dang.
about that 4th and 1? Obviously, they gotta go for it. They're down 4.
Yeah.
They're at the 11. Quarterback sneak. They almost punch it in. They got 10 yards on a
Dude, that
quarterback
was
sneak.
crazy. They were carrying him. He just kept going.
He got like stalled for a minute, and I was like, okay, like
Hmm.
they like picked it up. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you just like keep seeing the pile going, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
And
I was like,
they
the
like,
play's still going. I was like, no way.
yeah, I thought they had blown it dead,
Yeah.
and then like all of a sudden, you just keep pushing in there. Um, I was a little nervous because like when you get down to the 1, they had no timeouts left because they originally called it a touchdown. So then
Hmm.
I've never heard that rule before. It was like 10-second runoff because they called it that. I don't
Yeah, I
get why
didn't
you're
know that.
penalizing the team for that. Whatever. It didn't really matter at
Yeah.
the end of the day. But then obviously it's like, okay, if you're the Jaguars, let them score. We want time. Like they're gonna punch it in within 4 tries
Yep.
at the 1. Odds are. You know. So they let them score. Was it the first play that
Yeah.
tipped
It was
interception?
it was
Yeah.
first and goal at the 1, and they just
Yeah.
scored right
I
away.
mean, it was a great game, back and forth. Cam Little missing a field goal. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. But the Bills move on. Duval is done, but still a great season for the Jaguars. Like
Yeah.
another team, like you didn't really know with the brand new head coach. Trevor Lawrence kind of looking shaky. Is he really the guy we thought he was gonna be? To be determined. It's only 1 year. Let's relax a little bit. Overpaid, but we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, this was a good game. It really was. It was back and forth the whole time. Um, yeah, that final drive, or the drive that the Bills scored to go ahead in this game. I was watching it with my buddy, and so I was up in Mammoth, and we were what, bro? We were part. We got down from the mountain. We were taking a break. We were at like this ski lodge. I was just watching on my phone next to the fire pit, and first and goal at the 1. They go in with like a minute left. They just left a minute on the clock for the Jaguars, and we're just like, dude, that's a lot of time, bro. And they have Cam Little on the other side who hit from
yeah. I was
67. It's
I was
like they
thinking the
don't have
same
to get
thing.
that far.
Yeah,
Like,
they need like 30 yards
yeah, all
realistically.
they could get to the 50, and you might have a chance of him tying the game with his leg. And Trevor Lawrence throws a pick to 3 other dudes. I think there was over there. Like, I don't I don't know why he threw that. Was a bad ball, and easy pick for the Bills to end the Jags season. Dude, Josh Allen's going to carry this team. They're going to go pretty far, and he's carried them all season, and he carried them for their first road play. This is the Bills' first road playoff victory in 30 years.
Insane. That's crazy,
Crazy.
man. I mean, you and I both said it multiple times. Like, this is their year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is, I don't want to say an easy path because it's not.
No.
But if you take into account, like, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, like, these dudes, I would always knock them out, especially Mahomes. Like, he doesn't have to face that. and obviously, like it's not just a quarterback at the end of the day, but you're the best quarterback at least on the AFC side.
Yeah.
Like you have that advantage. Like this is their year to take it.
Yeah. And I mean, he's the best. I think he's the best player in football. Uh, this is his chance. And like you said, those guys aren't playing in this playoff picture. Excuse me. But he has a tough defensive path that he's facing. Like the Jags defense was really a top 10, a top ranked defense in the National Football League. They play the Broncos this next week. That's a top 3 unit in football defensively. And then if they play Houston in that AFC title game or even New England, those are 2 other defenses that are like pretty good. Houston's the best in the league, them or Seattle. And then the Patriots held your Chargers, to a 3-point game. So Josh Allen, man, excuse me, Josh Allen and the Bills have a tough path this year. But this is his time to do it and to, give himself and that Bills team their first ring.
Yeah, I mean, this is their opportunity. Like
Yeah,
this
the
is their
time is now.
year. Yeah, literally. Like I don't want to say this is the only year they can win it, but like you got the best shot right now. Like you got to
Yeah,
take it. Go balls to the walls. Like
yeah,
do it.
yeah. And we'll see if they can do it. And yeah, the Jags season is done. A season that was really good. A 10-win turnaround for them. Liam Cohen came in and he'd really flipped this franchise around. I think Ben Johnson's coach of the year, but if it wasn't him, it'd be Liam Cohen with just what he did this year was absolutely phenomenal. But the Bills move on to the next round. They're going to play the Broncos, which I just mentioned. That'll be an interesting game against that Denver defense. Um, excuse me, I got a bad cough right now. Our next game is the 49ers going to Philly and dethrone the defending champions 23-19. I was pretty surprised when the Eagles lost. I thought they were a team that, hey, everything's clicking. They can win another Super Bowl. And here they are, first round exit.
Yeah, dude. I told you this offense is gonna rely on can Brock Purdy limit the turnovers, which he didn't. He threw 2 picks, you
Yeah.
know. But it was like, is that defense gonna be enough to carry? Like this team under Kyle Shanahan, like you can't count them out, you know. And then they had a chance to win it towards the end of the game. And dude, first of all, the play calling was not good. Second of all, those last 2 throws by Jalen Hurts, he he threw both those balls into triple coverage.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what is that? Like, you can blame it on the play calling all you want, but that was a terrible ball. Like,
Hmm.
what in the world? Like, dude, even my girlfriend was like, "Why is he throwing it when there's 3 guys over there?" I'm like, "I couldn't tell you." Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. Like,
Yeah. That didn't make any sense. Like when I saw he was throwing to Goddard at the end, that last play, I'm
yeah,
like, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 guys right there, and you just threw that's the game winning ball you throw?
yeah. That means a lot of dudes were in single coverage. You tell me they weren't open? Like, come on.
You didn't have Devontae Smith maybe open or AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Who knows if he would have caught it because he had he had some big drops in this game, and then he is out there fighting his head coach on the sideline. Which the clip of Sirianni running all the way down the sideline, yelling the whole way, and then bumping heads with AJ Brown just screaming in his face is crazy. That is a awesome clip. But like, bro, what is up with AJ Brown? This dude clearly doesn't want to be there. I think.
Yeah, I think that was his last game in Philadelphia. I don't think he wants to be there. I don't think the team wants him there. I know for sure the fans don't want him there.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, get this dude out. Dude, that you can't have guys like that in the locker room. Like, you don't win when you have dudes like that. I mean, we saw it last year in the Super Bowl with like Travis Kelce on Andy Reid in the Super Bowl. Why are you worried about that? Focus on yourself, you know?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just, I
they
don't
won a
understand
Super
it.
Bowl with him last year.
Yeah. I mean, they had the team to do it. Like
It's
on
so
paper,
interesting. It's so weird.
yeah,
How does they just won a Super Bowl last year and they have like the exact same roster. You know, this is a great talented team and there's so much like things wrong with the team chemistry, just guys that don't want to play there, the coaching staff maybe, or like, okay, the offensive coordinator is done. Kevin Patullo, pretty sure he got fired, rightfully so, because their offense was horrible this year. And we saw a similar thing 2 years ago with Philly. Go to the Super Bowl, they lost it. Next year, they had a bad year, got a new staff, and win a Super Bowl. So, I mean, I think they could be back, but this is just a weird year.
yeah. And I really like what Jason Kelsey said on the Monday night broadcast yesterday. I don't know if you saw that, but he's like, look, you can blame Patullo all you want. He's like, I played with him. He's a great guy. He's a great offensive mind. Which like Jason Kelsey, one of the best O linemen. Like I'm gonna believe him before I believe
Yeah.
some dude that never been in the organization.
Yeah.
He's like, players didn't make plays, and flat out,
Hmm.
Jalen Hurts, 168 yards or something. Like he barely eclipsed like 200 yards in a lot of these games this year. And yes, they were winning, but it's like they're winning because their defense. They have studs everywhere. Saquon, Devontae Smith, Goddard, AJ Brown,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. The offensive line is solid. Like you can go on and on and on. Why are you not winning? And a lot of it is that like when you're the best team in the league, you win the Super Bowl. Teams are gonna go in and figure out, okay, first of all, how do we try to replicate that and change it up a little bit? Second of all, how do we stop that?
Hmm.
Because now we got a whole, what, 6, 7 month off season to figure out what you did, break it down. Okay, now we know. We don't have a week to game plan for you. We have months.
Yep.
How do we do that? Do it better, and how do we stop it? And teams figured it out.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, same exact team and completely different results this year. Yeah, I'm interested to see like what do they do with AJ Brown? I believe he has like a huge $70 million cap hit, and I
Mhm.
think that might be like that weird post June 1st designation uh, thing with his contract. But doesn't seem like he wants to be there. I think he'd be done, but that's a big cap hit um, on AJ Brown. No, to get him off the team. Looking at the 49ers, they lose George Kittle in this game, tears his Achilles. He's done. It's a big blow. He's like their second best offensive weapon outside of Christian McCaffrey, and he's just as important. He might even be more important to their offense in certain regards. But they go out there and they ball out and they rally together and win this game. Um, I I was surprised, I really was. But you had the pick, and I don't know what do you see from San Francisco in this game.
I think it's just like they never get too high or too low. Like I said, you can't count them out. They have the experience. Like they make the playoffs damn near every year. Like they've
Yeah.
been here before. They just haven't gone over that hump. I think they have a lot of experienced guys in the locker room, a lot of veterans. Um, I think that's just what it is at the end of the day. And like they're willing to go out there and make the plays. George Kittle's willing to put his body on the line. Like these dudes want to go out there and win. I don't think a lot of the dudes on the Eagles want to win,
Mm,
or maybe they are okay with losing flat out.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but there's a lot of big time games this year that they didn't finish. Like against the Chargers Monday night, they were driving, driving, driving. They had every opportunity to win that game. Well, they had like 6 turnovers that game. I don't know if you remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Seems like it, but it was like they have the opportunity. They have the teams. They're not getting it done. And like I said, teams figure you out.
Yeah.
You just won it. We're gonna do everything in our power to stop you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for San Francisco, dude, they have been good all year, and it's crazy how good they've been because like they've missed. Okay, Purdy was out for what 8 games or something like that this year. Mac Jones
A
stepped
lot.
in, and it was the exact same team. And sometimes their offense was rolling, um, but Brock Purdy is a baller. This dude wins games, and doing it in the playoffs right now with this team, the amount of injuries they have on both sides of the ball, um, the limited options they have. They don't have Brandon Ayuk. They don't have Ricky Pearsall right now. They won't have George Kittle. It's Juwan Jennings, Christian McCaffrey. The rest of the guys that they have, their backups and their second, third, fourth string guys out there, and their defense is completely different than it was 2 years ago when they were in the Super Bowl. And Brock Purdy's carrying this team right now. And look, yeah, he had 2 interceptions, um, but he is a really good postseason performer.
Yeah. And dude, how about Demarcus Robinson, bro? Six
Yeah, what a
catches,
game.
111 yards, a touchdown. Like they just rely on like yeah, they got CMC and he's really carrying this team. Like it's thriving through him.
Mhm.
But then they gotta find out like who else can we get the ball to distract them and not make you forget about Christian McCaffrey because you're not gonna forget about him. But
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, he's not really in the offense right now. Let's go hit Demarcus Robinson. Like everyone's like, dude, you have him on your sheet. Like, who is this guy? And then we hit you with CMC, and then we hit you with Kittle. You know, and that's the great thing about this. That's what good coaching does.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Niners will move on and they'll play the Seattle Seahawks, who are the 1 seed. We saw that game a couple weeks ago, week 18. Seahawks dominated with a 13-3 win. So we'll see how that goes next. I believe that game's on Sunday. Or no, Saturday. Saturday.
Is it okay? Yeah.
I think it is. Uh, man, this one is sad. We both picked the Chargers to win this game. I was really persuaded by Trevor's pregame hype speech. It got me to buy into the Chargers for the first time in my life. And I think, yeah, I'll just before I let you go into it, this was a game that was pretty boring. Well, I didn't think it was that boring. I thought there was really good defense being played. I thought it was kind of fun. My friend fell asleep during the game, so I was low key just watching it. But Trevor, I'll pass it off to you. Uh, Take it away.
Dude, it's a new year. It's the same story with this dang team, man. Like, dude, we play so well. Like, it's injuries every year. It's the same thing. Like, I'm used to it at this point. Like, yeah, we got all these stars and they all get hurt and they're out for the year because it can't just be a stub toe. It's got to be a torn ACL every year, you know? Can we get some new doctors, by the way? Golly, bro. Been a fan of the team for 22 years and our team is never healthy. I don't understand. Gosh, bro. We get to the playoffs and it's like we have never even seen a football, let alone play football. I mean, like, that was atrocious. Bro, we get a pick on the 10-yard line and we get 8 yards. We go for it, and people are going to say, you got to take the points. It doesn't matter. It didn't impact the outcome of the game. You could say, oh, yeah, momentum swung their way. Bro, they nearly drove the length of the field. And
Mhm.
with like that's not momentum, bro. That's just they wanted it more. Okay, next. If you play offensive line and your name is not Joe Alt or Rashawn Slater, go on Indeed, go on LinkedIn, and find a new career. All right, because this is not the career for you. Get out of the NFL. You should be banned. Roger Goodell banned these guys. All right, check their parlays, check DraftKings. They got money on something, dude. Because I could go out there and block better than that. All right, I'm 6'3", a buck 80, maybe. I'll get in the way. All right, I'll fall down. I'll slow them down. Because these dudes, it's like we're playing patty cake. They're like, oh, look at you. You know, they're like, oh, like why do I want to block him, dude? He's like 300 pounds, bro. That's gonna hurt. Like, I ain't doing that. No, bro. We got my Pookie Bear Herbert getting annihilated every dang play. He's running for his life. He's running for his life. That
Mhm.
last play of the game, I was like, dude, he's gonna like that's career ending, bro. That hit that he took,
Yeah.
my gosh. Next, Chargers wide receivers. Learn how to get open. Y'all were locked up put in a box, get the seatbelt out all game long, bro. Like this was so bad. I've never seen a team get clamped for 4 quarters. Like the entire team was on locks all game long. The only good thing that came out of this is news broke today. Greg Roman, get your ass out of here. You are so bad. You are so bad, dude. Even like when we hired him, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that pickup. Last year, I didn't like him. This entire year, I was like, bro, we could be winning these games by a lot more and be playing a lot better if we didn't have Greg Roman, bro. Now the entire game was bad offensively, and it's not like this last play really would have mattered. Like it would have taken an absolute miracle. But 4th and 9, 2 minutes left. We dial up a play action. Who's biting on play action, bro? Are we for real? We put up 3 points in a playoff game. I'm done. Not really. I'll be back. Chargers Super Bowl 2027. I'm I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed, honestly. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, that was that was crazy. That was a stinky game, to be honest, for most of it. I mean, it was a defensive battle for a while, and I would say like the only real positive to come out of it was your defense. I know I mean the score you guys gave up 16 points, but your defense was incredible. They kept you in the game for majority of it. It was like they were gifting. They gifted your offense opportunities throughout the course of the game, and your offense literally could not do a single thing. They could not do anything. Like the running game, uh, the passing game, like Herbert had no time. As soon as Herbert snaps the ball, that dude is getting sacked every single time. Like they just didn't stand a chance. And that last play of the game, Herbert basically died. Uh, that was bad. That was horrible. And of course, that's the way the season ends is on a sack, right up the middle. Just n- no
Nobody
no
touched him.
remorse. Just happens and just
No.
boom, done.
Yeah. And I'm it's honestly a win that Herbert survived this year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because like it's not like that was just like a one game. Like no, it was 18 weeks of that. It was 18 weeks of just pain for Justin Herbert. Like, dude, shout out you that you even were like, "Yeah, I just broke my hand, got screws and plates in my hand. I'm gonna go out there and play the next week, dog." But yeah, dude, defense bought out, forced 2 turnovers. They were like the Patriots were driving, and then we would stop them, force a punt, force a field goal. We didn't play well that first half, and it was like 6-3 going into the half. It's like, okay, like all we gotta do is just score. That's all we have to do. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard. Apparently it is. I mean, when you have literal Walmart greeters as the offensive line, I understand why you don't. Okay? Because I think my varsity high school team could block better than that. Okay? Like, this was so bad.
So this is going to
Whatever.
bring up another question. Uh, before we get to the Patriots, I want to ask this. Herbert is 0-3 now in playoff games in his career. And, you know, a lot of people, the narrative is they're going to talk about Herbert and that he's 0-3 and how he's done in the playoffs and stuff like that. What do you think of that? You know, him being 0-3, like, okay, last year against Houston, wasn't it 4 interceptions in that game? And then
Yeah.
2021 or two against the Jaguars, like, how much is that choke on him? And then the game last night, I mean, he couldn't do anything, but it's because he didn't have time to do anything, and nobody could get open.
Yeah. I'll defend that 100%. Um, First of all, it doesn't all rely on the quarterback. Let's really break this down. Jacksonville, Brandon Staley was head coach. And like I just said, him and that entire staff was playing that Jacksonville game in the second half not to lose. You cannot do that. Brandon Staley is so incompetent. You can't blame that loss on Herbert. Absolutely not. The game against Houston, Again, this is why I will never be a stats guy. I'll never be a numbers guy because if you purely look at stats, I automatically know you have no ball knowledge. Like you are so dumb because everyone says numbers don't lie, stats don't lie. In sports, they 100% do. You can't just look at a stat sheet and say this dude is good or this dude is bad. It's the dumbest thing ever. Like baseball, for example, you can look at a dude, oh, he's only batting 220. Yeah, but he's putting the ball in play, he's hitting it hard, he's just getting out. You know, is that his fault? No. Yeah, Herbert threw 4 picks against Houston. 3 of those hit the receiver's hands and was tipped up and it was intercepted off of the tip. We should add a stat on was it his fault or was it the receiver's fault? That's what it should be. Because again, let's not just look at the stats. Let's use our brains a little bit here and actually watch the game and watch what happened. This game, if anyone blames this on Herbert, you're moronic. Like straight up. People love to hate on Justin Herbert for what? I don't understand it. He had zero time in the pocket. No quarterback is winning that game. With that offensive line, put Josh Allen, put Patrick Mahomes, put Lamar Jackson, put all your, oh, this dude's miles ahead of Herbert. Screw off, dude. Nobody's succeeding in that offense. Nobody. And he led us to 11 wins, got us to the playoffs. And the fact that we were even remotely in that game was mainly on the defense. Justin Herbert is not to blame for this. And I saw someone say, like, the Chargers need to get rid of him. You're a dumbass. Okay? Straight up. Like, actually, like, watch a little ball, dude. Like, have a little bit of knowledge on the game of ball. This dude said you need to find a quarterback that can win in January. Oh, yeah, let me just go code that up real quick. Yeah, let me go in the lab and find that. Like, are we for real? We're just giving anybody a mic at this point. Like, are we for real? This is ridiculous, dude.
Does you think quarterbacks grow on trees, bro? Come on now.
Yeah, like, my gosh, bro. Like, it's the dumbest thing ever. It takes 53 minutes of coaching staff to win. It's not all on one guy.
Dude, remember last year when Harbaugh got hired and people were like, "Are you going to trade Herbert and draft J. McCarthy?
Yeah.
Are you stupid, bro? Justin Herbert's the top quarterback in this league. His talent is capable of winning a Super Bowl. You don't trade a guy like there is no dude in the next 3 NFL draft classes, I think. I don't even know who's in the 3 years from now. There's no quarterback that's going to be better than Justin Herbert is right now. I don't think so.
No, and I mean, like, we've seen it so many times in the NFL. Like, it does not matter what you do in college, especially at the quarterback position.
Mhm.
I mean, like, you look at some of these guys and say they were great in college. It does not matter until you get to the league and you can prove it, which Herbert has. It doesn't matter. People are saying that, and I was like, this got to be, this got to be a prank. Like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
dumb.
they definitely like this team's going to have to win coming up soon. I mean, for Harbaugh's sake, and even for Herbert, as this continues, like if we look 2 years down the road, and he's 0-5 in playoff games. Like obviously, the narrative is going to be about him. Is going to be about him at some point. And the Chargers desperately need to go out there. Like their team is close enough to compete to be a legit team in the AFC with Harbaugh and with Herbert. Like that is the duo that should take you to AFC uh, su- superiority. For the Patriots, this was a pretty well played game. Their defense played really, really good. Their D line got after the quarterback. Christian Gonzalez locked up, those Chargers receivers that he was matched up against. Drake May looked all right in this game. It was his first playoff game, but a big win for him. Tell me about the Patriots. What they did well. What did you like from them? Where do you see them going forward from this?
I mean, the defense was like phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like it wasn't just the D line, like it was all 3 levels that
Hmm.
was just killing it. like I said, we were locked up all game. I
Yeah.
was just like, dude, no one was getting separation. I was like, and it wasn't like a couple drives, like it was 4 quarters of just you're in a box. Like that's what it felt like. You know, I didn't really see anything from their offense that like yeah, they had that one touchdown drive that was like, okay, like you got us there. But I feel like it was more like us being out of place. It was like, like what are you doing? You know, like they caught us slipping, and that's what good teams do. Like you
Yeah.
catch a team slipping when they play well all game. You're waiting for that one mistake that they make, and you have to capitalize on it. And they did a great job at that. You know, like when we slipped up on defense, they took advantage. When Drake May needed to run, he ran.
Yeah.
I mean, they won. I mean, flat out they did. They played
Yeah.
better. Um, one more thing, Chris Collinsworth, pack it up, dude. You're pissing me off. Were you listening to that, bro?
Some of it,
It
yeah.
was. Could this dude ride Drake May anymore? Like he didn't have one good thing to say about the Chargers, and like, bro, Drake May would scramble for like 6 yards. He's like, "Oh my goodness, Drake May, this is the guy." Justin Herbert would get sacked. See, this is the play that Drake May would make. Dude, oh my gosh,
Hey, he
dude,
does
they got
he does glaze a lot of people.
especially Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But like, dude, they got so bad where like Aaliyah was like, "Is he gonna stop talking about him? Like, he's not even on the field. Like, even pregame, he was like cheek to cheek, just
Grinning.
smiling,
Yeah.
talking about him." And she was like, "Why is he smiling that much over another man?" I was like, "First of all, I do that about Herbert. All right, so let's relax, okay?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Chill out.
but then I got further on. I was like, you know what? Like, you right. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has his favorites, and he really, really likes those guys.
And he has guys he does not like, and he will show that
Oh, he'll make
100%.
you know. He'll
He's
make sure you know.
yeah, he's so biased.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But yeah, New England breaking the hearts of Trevor over this weekend with a 16-3 victory. And then the final, I guess, stinker of wild card weekend was last night, Monday night. Texans, Steelers, a 30-6 win. This final score honestly doesn't really reflect a lot of what happened during this game. CJ Stroud did not play well, and he got bailed out by this defense. I think it was like 4 fumbles in the first quarter, first half. He lost 2 fumbles in the game, recovered a couple of them. Some missed snaps resulted in a lot of those fumbles. Uh, he didn't play well at all, but he got bailed out by the defense. They get 2 touchdowns, a fumble touchdown and a pick six to throw or to take down the Steelers at home in what was Mike Tomlin's final game and likely Aaron Rodgers' final game.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something earlier today, and it said as long as CJ Stroud could just manage the game and not turn the ball over, the Texans have a really good shot at winning the Super Bowl because their
Yeah.
defense is balling, the best defense in the league, in my opinion. Um, the run game with Woody Marks, I mean, shoot, what do you have? 112 yards and a touchdown. Steelers could not stop him.
No.
Uh, I didn't watch his game because I was at the Clipper game, but the dude I was with is actually a Steelers fan,
Oh,
and
no
he
way.
was like so sold that they were gonna win this game. He's like, "Dude, we're gonna go out there, ball out," and I was like, is that delusion talking? Like, I was there last night. Like, I get it, brother. He's like, no, 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 like, no, I'm being for real. And like, we were like checking the score, and it was like 7-6. I was like, damn, okay, like they're kind of holding it down.
Mhm.
I didn't know about all the fumbles and all that, but you just see the final score, which again, that's why I'm never gonna be a numbers guy because you look at the score and you're like, oh, they killed him, but it just came off of mistakes and like again when you get to the fourth quarter, you're trying to make things happen, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, Houston, they got a squad.
Yeah, Houston can win a Super Bowl with this team because of their defense. I mean, my homie was telling last night, he was like, this defense is gonna have to score a touchdown for their offense, basically. Like CJ Stroud and this offense was playing horrible. Stroud could not do anything last night. Um, and his defense bailed him out twice. But like you mentioned, like he's a guy that has the skills, and we've seen him do it his rookie year to be a really, really good quarterback. And all he has to do is just play quality football, take care of the football, don't turn it over, make timely plays, make timely throws, do the right thing. And with this defense, like they can hold a team to 6 points, any of these teams. Like they play the Bills next week, they could hold Josh Allen and the Bills to a 10-point game, a touchdown. Like they could do that. This defense is legit, and it comes down to CJ Stroud and what he's going to do. And I mean, hey, they're coached by a dog in D'Amico Ryans as well. So the Steelers have a legit, or sorry, the Texans have a legit shot to win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Stroud just can't turn the ball over. Just
No,
be a game manager. There's no problem with that.
yeah,
At the end of the day, you get a ring, you get a ring. Like that's all that matters. Your defense can carry. You don't have to go out there and throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns and make all these crazy plays. You just gotta play complementary football. That's all you gotta do.
yeah,
And if he can learn to do that, they got it.
yeah. And then the Steelers, their loss has a lot more storylines coming out from it. Um, I want to start. We'll start with Aaron Rodgers. So, not a great game for their offense at all. They couldn't do anything. Obviously, going against that great defense, but Aaron Rodgers, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, I think he's done. He said before the season, like, yeah, this is probably my last year. And then throughout the course of the year, he's like, yeah, all intentions, all it seems like is going to be my last year. And the way he played last night, he got subbed out at the end of that fourth quarter. I think he's done, man. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, knowing Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna drag this out to like July, you know.
Probably.
Uh, like his ego is too big to just call it. Yeah, I feel like I don't know why. I just have a feeling he's gonna try to ride it out. I don't. I can't really give a reason other than just it's just Aaron Rodgers and his last throw being a pick. Like he doesn't want to go out like that. He
Hmm.
should have retired after that injury with the Jets. He
Yeah,
should have
I
called it.
agree.
And I understand why, because it's like I played, what was it, like 3, 4 snaps?
Yeah,
Like I understand why you don't want to go out that way. But it's like, dude, you're old. You had a great career. Stop ruining your legacy. You know, like people are only gonna remember what was the most recent. It's what have you done for me lately? You had a great year, bro. Or sorry, you had a great career. Hang it up. Go retire. Go on your ayahuasca retreats. Go in the darkness. Do your thing. Hang out with your boy Pat McAfee. Talk about your political theories. Do all that. That's you. This is your life now, brother. Like I don't know. He should retire, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out there and tries to do it again. But I don't know if it'd be with Pittsburgh.
yeah. Well, I don't think it will be with the Steelers with Mike Tomlin not being there anymore. Um, I gotta say, I don't really think. Okay, I think he should have retired right after he tore his Achilles. Like it just, why not? You're already 40 years old. It's a big injury. You don't have much. You don't have nothing else to prove. But I understand why he came back. But I don't really think these last 3 years, like as bad as they were, I don't really think they affect his legacy in any meaningful way. Um, it might be a little stain, but it's nothing serious because like this dude's a 4-time MVP. Yeah, he has a Super Bowl way back in 2009, or whatever it is. But like, this is Aaron Rodgers. He's top 5 in passing yards, top 5 in passing touchdowns all time. Like this guy, his legacy is not getting hurt by his 4 snaps with the Jets 1 year, a full season of trash with the Jets, and then playoff, a division win with the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend, bro. Like if you talk
Yeah.
about just pure like arm talent, like he's one of the best to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, like, and what was it like? I think 3 of those MVPs were when he's like in his upper 30s. Like that's
Hmm.
crazy, bro. Which is what we're seeing with Matthew Stafford. He should win it
Yeah.
this year. He's 37. We didn't even know if he's gonna play this year.
Yeah,
Like it
that's
was
right.
like they were asking him like, oh, like you think you guys got a shot to win the Super Bowl? He's like, I just want to play like in week one. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then he's going out here and balling.
Yeah.
Rodgers is a legend. You could probably honestly put him in a top five, top 10 conversation all time.
Hmm.
It gets tricky with those just because it's like the NFL's been here for over 100 years, so it's like there's so many dudes.
Yeah.
Um, but no doubt he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Um, don't like the guy like how he is like his personality, like um with the Packers. Like what was it, like 5 years he kept threatening to leave. It's like just leave already. Like just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like with the retirement thing, retire. Like stop saying it, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it will be it for him because I don't think the Steelers are going to bring him back after this news of today from Mike Tomlin is done. He's stepping down. He's not going to be the coach of the Steelers anymore. There's a lot of interesting things from this. He spent a lot of time in Pittsburgh, 19 seasons with the Steelers, won a Super Bowl with them. I think it's what, like 10 plus straight winning seasons. Uh, it's been a long time since he's had a losing record, but I think he's 0-5 in his last playoff games. Hasn't had a win in a very long time. Um, and another interesting element of this is that he's not fired. He's still under contract technically by the Steelers. So if a team wants to get him, they got to trade for him. Your reaction to Tomlin being done?
Shocking,
Yeah.
honestly. Like we did talk about it a few weeks ago. I didn't you did say though, like if he left it'd be on his terms. Like you called that. And that's
Hmm.
exactly what happened. Um, I don't know, like it was something I thought about, not really something I thought would actually happen. Um, but again, I thought it would be more the Steelers being like, okay, yes, we win in the regular season, but we don't do anything after that. It's been so many years of like just the joke of you go 9-8 and you make the playoffs and you lose in the first round.
Yeah.
That's what it's been, you know? And yeah, kind of shocking to say he's stepping away like from coaching at all. So yeah, like if a team wants him and let's say next year they're gonna trade for him like Sean Payton with the Broncos a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, it'll be interesting. Um, but question to you, if let's say he got fired or whatever, or they parted ways, whatever you want to call it, do you think he's the best head coaching candidate out there? I think I already kind of know your answer. And if you were him, where would you go?
I mean, I think there's a lot of good candidates out there right now. I think it's Tomlin, Harbaugh, and I don't know. I guess you could put like Kevin Stefanski in that third spot, maybe Mike McCarthy in that third spot. But I think Harbaugh and Tomlin clearly are the top two guys. Um, Also, like before I answer fully, I know there's rumors that he might go into TV in like some role, maybe on Fox, like Sean Payton did that gap year on
Mhm.
Fox, and then he uh, became the coach of the Broncos. Maybe he does that. Um, but
I would like that.
if he was like a free agent coach right now, I want him on the Raiders. I would pay him so much money to be the head coach of the Raiders. I You can say all you want about 0-5 in their last playoff games, or they just win 9 or 10 games and get bounced in the first round. This guy has built a look. I know the Steelers' culture is a lot longer than he's been their coach, but he's maintained that culture and for 19 years and has built a successful team that, despite their lack of playoff success, has made it to the opportunity to play in playoff games and has that Steeler culture that's just what it is going to be like in that team on that locker room every year and how they're going to play ball. That's what this team, like the Las Vegas Raiders, need. We need a guy like that, a program builder. Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh are those kind of guys. I think Mike Tomlin is one of the top coaches in this league. he needs to be on the Raiders ASAP.
Yeah, that's actually a great point because like the Raiders aren't the Raiders anymore. Like they're not that
Exactly.
feared, like nasty team. Like when they were in Oakland, it was like, yeah, like they might not be one of the top teams, but like you're gonna go out there and get punched in the mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and their fans are gonna be rowdy. Couple guys might get arrested in the stands, but like that's a part of
Yeah.
a Raider game. When it's like when I went there, like yeah, like there were some a-holes there, but I was like, you guys are like oddly nice. Like be
You
a
got to
Raider
build a
fan,
new
bro.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah, and he could do that. That's a phenomenal point. I I really like that take. Um, yeah, he'd be a great piece for them. Obviously, like kind of hard to say that now with him stepping away. Like probably not going to happen because you guys would hire someone, and unless he just completely folds, it won't be open next year. I don't see that
Yeah.
happening. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Look, if he's taking a gap year, if he's going to take this next year off, then he's not a candidate for them or for the Raiders, especially. Like, okay, we're paying like 5 different coaches right now money. Bro, we have to get the guy this year. It can't be another 1 year head coach. And then next year we're doing the same crap and we're just paying 5 coaches $30 million a season. Like that's not possible. We can't do that. So look, if it's not Tomlin, uh, it's got to be somebody else, and we'll see what he does. Like, there's a chance he's in the Fox studio or another studio this weekend. Maybe
Yeah,
he takes some time off. But then it's interesting too. Like, if he wants to come back next year, or even this year, he wants to take a job. Like, you got to trade for Mike Tomlin. So then, I don't remember exactly what Sean Payton went for, but it was like a couple draft choices. That's what you got to give up for
I
him.
think it's like a couple twos.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Pretty like decently high picks for a coach, a good coach. And then this is the fourth coach. This next candidate, the next Steelers coach, is the fourth coach in franchise history. Who's that guy going to be? And what direction is this team going? Are they going to go full rebuild now? Like, they finally going to do it? Interested to see what happens for them now.
yeah, because they don't have a quarterback. They have Mason
No.
Rudolph and Will Howard, which I do believe in Will Howard, honestly. I think
Yeah,
he could be a guy.
he's a good player.
Um, but it's like you don't have a top draft pick because again, you just rinse and repeat the same year. You're up in the upper teens, low 20s with your draft pick. You'd have to trade a ton to
Yeah.
get up there and get a quarterback. And in my opinion, I don't think that's worth it in this draft class.
No.
Everyone knows my opinions on Mendoza, but like regardless, like I don't think there's a dude where you take a bag, dude, like to go from one to whatever they have, 19, 20, 21, like it take a lot,
Yeah.
which would be insane if they were
Yeah.
like,
It's
you know
just really
what?
not possible.
Yeah, like screw them picks, like we're going out and we're getting them, man. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
There's also a funny thing that they could do, and I saw the Ravens owner was talking at a presser, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll sign Tomlin only if they sign Harbaugh to be their head
Yeah,
coach."
dude, that Ravens owner, I saw some of them clips. What's going on with him? When they're like, if Tyler Loop doesn't miss that field goal, is John Harbaugh still your coach? And he's
He's
like,
like,
for
"For
one
another
more
week."
week. I was like, damn, dude. 18 seasons, a
So if
Super
you win a
Bowl.
Super Bowl, was he going to be your coach?
Yeah, like, so you just had no faith in not only your coach, but your team to not go out and win a playoff game and make a run.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
if I'm
weird.
one of those players, I'm like, dude, screw you. You thought we were going to be first round exits if we made it? Like
Yeah,
everyone wrote us off and thought we weren't even gonna make it, and we were in a winning in game. Like, come on.
yeah, that was weird. He had some weird comments today. That I was kind of confused
Yeah.
by.
I didn't even
Uh,
know who that guy was. I was like,
yeah,
who is
same.
this?
I've never seen him before,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Booth Talk podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stay tuned for special interview episode Benji Nudo coming out on Thursday. Also, stay tuned on another Friday or Saturday. We're going to have our NFL divisional round preview picks for those 4 games this weekend that you're going to want to stay tuned for. Yeah, it has been another great episode. Thank everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.